Hey guys, Mr. Smith here. I wanted to make a quick video because I am not going to be at work in the classroom with you guys on Friday, March 14th. I've got some personal stuff I need to take care of, but I wanted to leave you a video that explains exactly what I want you to do. So we've been working on Autodesk Fusion 360, and we've also been doing our EOPA quizzes. And that is my expectation for you on March 14th. I want you to continue with both. So I am going to start by first reminding you that on Monday we did an Autodesk Fusion 360 file where you created shapes. Then on Wednesday we reviewed that, but we worked a lot with the cuts and we did some additional cuts. And then on Friday I want to move forward and I'm going to do some quick demonstration of how to use the Revolution tool. And I want you to do that. I want you to follow along with me and do what I do, and then this will be your third file that you submit here under unit number 7, Fusion 360, the basics. All right, so again, day 1, a screenshot or your file of your sketching and a little bit of extrusion. Then day 2, we did some more extrusion stuff, and then day 3 does say fillet, chamfer, shell, and offset, but we're going to work on that next week. So this will actually instead be Revolution. All right, so just do what I'm doing in the video, and that's what you need to submit. All right, so here we go. Let's get started. So in this video, just going to quickly show you what to do. So I'm going to first start by going up here, and I'm going to click Create Sketch. And we're going to switch it up a little bit. Like we have our different planes here. I actually want to click the front plane. All right, so I'm going to click the front plane this time because I'm actually going to show you how to create a glass. So I feel like it's easier to revolve and see it using the front plane. So now that I've created my sketch, clicked on the front plane, you can see that I've using the front plane because here you go. It says front up here on my view cube. So I'm going to start by just kind of sketching out a cup. Yours doesn't have to look exactly like mine if you don't want it to, but you know, we're just kind of eyeballing things right now. All right, so what I did is I first drew this kind of general shape for my cup. If I go up here under the Modify tool, I can click the Offset tool and click this and offset it. So I think I'm going to offset it by like, I don't know, 0.1 maybe. All right, just to give it some nice thickness. So at this point, I have created a general shape of my cup. I've offsetted it by 0.1. Your offset might be different. You just need to make sure that you've got this, you know, hollowed out wall here. So I'm going to now go in and take my trim tool. So today we're really getting into the modify tools. So I'm going to take trim, and then I'm going to trim here, and I'm going to trim here. So at this point, I need to decide, okay, what do I want my edges of my cup to look like? So first off, I know I'm not going to need this, all right? So because in the middle of the cup you don't have a line or anything. So I'm going to go back to my line tool here, and then I think I'm going to continue this up and then connect it. So I've gone up here and just kind of created an edge for my cup. So if you wanted to add like fillets or something like that, you could, just depending on what you want that edge to look like. I am going to go down here and also mark this off here at the bottom, so then I can go in and trim that. I knew I needed to trim something, so I needed to trim that little edge there. So make sure you do whatever trims you need to do so that you just have one constant shape here. All right, so the way that a revolution works is it's going to work a lot like an extrusion and a lot like the Follow Me tool that we used in SketchUp, but you are going to click Finish Sketch. All right, and at this point you have two things. I have this profile here for my cup, and then I have this middle line that I'm going to use to rotate around. So I'm going to go here up to the Create section and find the Revolve tool. And if you look at your little menu, it's going to ask you for a couple things. The first thing I want to do is you need to click on Profile so that it's blue. And I'm going to click my profile, which is my cup design. Second thing is I'm going to click Axis, and I'm going to click this line that I left. And now what you will see is that it has actually revolved my profile around the axis to create this cup shape. Mine doesn't really look like a glass from a kitchen. It looks like one of those little sampler cups that you would get sometime, or maybe a communion cup from church. But yeah, that's basically it for doing a revolution. So you can go in and do a partial. So maybe for some reason I only needed a half revolution here. So if I wanted to go in and type 180, I can get half revolution of my cup, right? So I can just revolve half of it. The operation we're under is a new body. We can do cuts, so we could draw a profile in and then revolve it, and it'll revolve that cup or revolve that cut, so that way we can remove stuff. We can intersect, join, new body, new component, all right? We're going to get into that more later. So that's basically it. If you want to do a quick revolution, you do have the extent type here. So we have partial, we have full, and we also have to object, all right? So all I really want you to do is demonstrate that you can do this. You know, if you wanted to go back and edit, you could Control Z back, get back into your sketch here. Maybe I've decided that I might want to come in and add some little accents to it. I don't know why I would, but I can come in here, draw a few more little things in, just like we do, and then I can take my trim tool again, and I can trim these out just to give this a little more character. So if I finish my sketch again, and then I use the Revolve tool, again, click your profile. So make sure your profile is clicked, then click your axis. So now I've revolved it, but I have these couple little extra accents in my cup, all right? So when you're done, you'll just click OK. Again, you can click your home to kind of get a good view of it. But that's it for Revolution. That's all I want you to practice on Friday. So when you get done, make sure that you save. You're going to go into your admin project, go to your Fusion Tutorials with Smith, and let's go ahead and call this Day 3 Revolution. All right. So I want you to then Windows, well, really I would grab the snipping tool and go ahead and give me a snip of this one. You know, snip me this one here, save it, go open your previous days. So if you go into admin project, so let me show that one more time. If you click your data panel, if you go into Fusion Tutorials with Smith, whatever your folder was called, you can open your other files. So go back into day 1, get me a screenshot, day 2, screenshot. You can see now they're all open at the top here. So get me screenshots of those, make your way over to Canvas, and you're going to submit them here. All right, so 3 screenshots, 1 grade. Make sure you've got them all named, I gave you an example naming convention here. For this first one, it doesn't have to be perfect, but please try to name them the way I'm naming them. But yeah, 3 screenshots for the 3 days. When you finish that, I do want y'all to do one more thing for me. On Canvas, on Friday, you will see that there's now Unit 6 EOPA summative. I have created a practice test that is 52 questions, just like the EOPA. It is broken down into the same number of questions as it will on the EOPA. And I just want you to go in and work on these 52 questions for a summative grade for Unit 6. All right, so you got 2 things to do. You got Autodesk Fusion 360, doing the revolution, get all that submitted, and then you're going to work on this summative, all right? Shouldn't take you that long. Both of these things are quick, and then just make sure you behave for the sub, guys. All right, I'll see you next week. See you on Monday.